In the last 2.5, 3 weeks, the narrative coming from Republicans and, of course, the Trump White House has shifted tremendously. At first, we were told, nope, everything is great, everything is wonderful. You are not going to pay higher prices because of the tariffs or the layoffs. There's no recession coming. You're all just freaking out for nothing. And that was like 2-3 weeks ago. But then things slowly started to turn, right? Donald Trump started saying, listen, maybe prices go up a little bit because of the tariffs. I don't know. Nobody knows how these things work. Then you had Fox News start to tell us, and then you had other members of the Trump administration tell us, listen, there could be a little bit of struggle. There could be a little bit of pain, they told us. And then Republican Senator Tommy Tuberville came out the other day with what is, I'm assuming, basically, and of course, based on everything else that happened last week, the new narrative. And the new narrative is, yeah, things are going to get really bad, so just shut the hell up about it and suffer in silence. We saw Donald Trump last week retweet an article from Charlie Kirk that says, shut up about egg prices. Howard Lutnick, Donald Trump's commerce secretary, said on Fox News last Sunday that, just stop don't call it a recession, stop using certain words, don't call it inflation. Basically, shut up about it. And then Tommy Tuberville came out just a couple days ago, and he said this about American families who are struggling. No pain, no gain. That's what we used to tell our football players. Before I continue, let me remind Tommy Boy here. Politics isn't football, okay? And for the record, I think most viewers know I'm an Auburn fan, and Tuberville was the coach at Auburn for quite some time. You suck at it. Nobody shed a tear when you were finally let go by that program or any of the other programs, including the one you literally just walked away from and saying nothing to your players. You were a terrible coach. And the people who played for you pretty much will admit that as well. But here's the thing. No pain, no gain. That works when you're working out in the gym, right? You kind of got to push your body to the limits, and yeah, it hurts, but ultimately you're building muscle, you're creating stamina, you're strengthening your lungs and your heart, and it hurts to do that, but eventually it makes you stronger, quite literally. Economic pain is not the same. Telling us that we have to pay more for our groceries today, which is pain, just means we'll pay less for our groceries in the future. That doesn't cut it. Especially when you are from a state that has poverty levels so extreme that the UN said it is worse than most third world countries. And you're telling your own Alabamian constituents, no pain, no gain, suck it up. Go to the grocery store and spend your entire paycheck on 5 items. Tuberville doesn't care. He doesn't even live in Alabama. He lives like an hour away from me down here in Florida. And he's a multimillionaire. He's not suffering. He's not feeling the pain, but his constituents are. And having that pain now doesn't mean that it's going to be better when grocery prices drop a little, if they do, which we have no end in sight for that. No, that money is gone. They're not building more money like you would build muscle in a gym. This man is absolutely, I'll say it again for the millionth time, the dumbest person in the Senate, if not the entire country. But he continued with his idiotic quote. There's going to be some pain with tariffs, but tariffs got us back to the strongest economy in the world when President Trump was in the first time. It led us to a recession, you dipshit. Literally put the country in a recession. Thanks. He knows what he's doing. Democrats, get out of the way, shut up. You have no answers. You didn't do anything right in the last 4 years with Joe Biden. The economy recovered, a-hole. The economy recovered. Inflation went down. Supply chain issues got fixed. Donald Trump inherited a pretty damn good economy. You idiot. You are, I can't even say that I don't know if you're intentionally dumb. You are intentionally dumb. But it's not because you're trying to fool people. It's because you are legitimately dumb. Like everything you have said so far in this quote that I'm not even finished with is a lie. Trump put us into a recession. Biden got us into a recovery. A soft landing is what economists called it, when it should have been a recession, but it wasn't, because they did everything right. And he continues, we have a game plan. Trump has a game plan. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Donald Trump wakes up every day and he doesn't know what the F he's going to do. Maybe I'm going to put 250% tariffs on the EU today. Why not? Maybe I'm going to put a 200% tariff on Canada. Maybe it's going to be 25%, maybe 50%. Those are all literally numbers, by the way, that he's thrown out against both of those countries in the last week. In the last week. He doesn't know, Tommy, and neither do you. And that, of course, is the problem. That's why you have businesses panicking right now, because Trump doesn't have a timetable. Sometimes he says, I'll give you 30 days. Other times, like last week, he says, you have 24 hours. And then he just barrels forward with these horrible things, and he doesn't even know why he's doing it, right? Like, do we have tariffs on Canada because of drugs coming across the border? Is it because we have people coming across the border? Is it because there's a trade imbalance? Is it because Canada won't become the 51st state? We've heard all of those things in the last 2 weeks. Each one different, each time different. So he doesn't know how much tariffs are going to be on any given day. He doesn't know why he's doing it on any given day. He doesn't know anything. And Tuberville's like, he's got a game plan. He knows what he's doing. He doesn't know anything. I'd wager a bet that he doesn't even know where he is half the time. That's how shot his brain is. And to be honest, Tuberville's brain is right there with him. Did you know that you might be missing out on wonderful content from me? I mean, you're here already because clearly you like what you see. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video, share them with your friends and family, but also follow me across the rest of the social media world. And it's not that hard to do. Whether it's X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, on every one of those platforms, you can find me at the username @FarronBalanced. Simple enough, right? So get on it. And if you don't feel like going to each one of those outlets individually, lucky for you, we have links in the description of this video to take you right to my pages across all of social media. So don't miss a minute. And while you're at it, make sure you're also subscribed to the Ring of Fire YouTube channel, which I have been hosting for many, many years now. We've got more than 1 million subscribers over there, and there is fresh content over there every single day of the week. So again, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to this channel. And while you're at it, go subscribe to Ring of Fire at youtube.com/The Ring of Fire and @FarronBalanced across every social media platform that, of course, is not considered just a far-right hellscape. Well, maybe Twitter is, but that's a story for a different day.